Let's check in with Nebraska Extension Ag climatologist Eric Hunt. Eric, it's been especially chilly in the overnight hours lately. What are you watching, though, when it comes to weather in the week ahead?
Well, thanks, Bryce. It's going to get a little bit cool this weekend just in general, and it's been October. I think the cool nights are more or less just kind of here to stay, so I think we should all just get used to it. Let's start by taking a look at the U.S. drought monitor. So we did see some introduction of abnormal dryness in Dundee and Chase counties, but we did see some improvement in drought in Sherman and Webster County. Again, we still have about 45% of the state in drought. That's about where we've been for about the last month. In terms of rangeline conditions, Veg Dry shows that conditions are generally very good west of 100th meridian. A bit poor as we get into the central part of Nebraska, but only really portions of Garfield and Loup County are showing up here as having any real significant stress on range in the more cattle country of Nebraska. In terms of precipitation, so we did pick up some decent precipitation Wednesday morning across parts of southeastern Nebraska with a warm front. And then we had some significant precipitation across parts of north central, northeastern Nebraska on Thursday morning. Now, most of this is definitely welcome, but any rain observed in northeastern Wheeler County, 7.39 inches of moisture in a 24-hour period ending Thursday morning. Rain is good, but we don't need that kind of rain. In terms of soil moisture, some of this out in western Nebraska probably is a little bit overdone in terms of the dryness, but the point here is that we still have a good ways to go to recharge a lot of the root zone. The rain that we've had in the last 24 hours is definitely helping here in northeastern Nebraska, but again, we still got a little bit ways to go before we have things really in good shape before we go into the winter. Speaking of winter, we did have our first light freeze in parts of north central western Nebraska, so anywhere you see a green dot here means we dipped down to 28 degrees or colder at some point last weekend. And even more of the state dipped down to 32 or a little bit colder, so that even includes a lot of northeastern Nebraska, and a couple of spots down here in southeastern Nebraska did hit 32. Notice though that most of this Highway 6 corridor, though, we did not manage to go below freezing. We kind of had a few mornings where we were in the mid-30s. In terms of the week ahead, we're going to be relatively cool this weekend, not historically cold, but temperatures will be mostly in the 50s for most of the state. We are likely going to see temperatures below freezing across the western half of the state on Sunday morning and Monday morning. And if you live in the eastern portion of the state, I would pay close attention to the forecast Sunday night. If things get relatively calm, there is a chance that some of these low temperatures that are forecast might be a bit colder than this. We will see some upper level ridging returning on Monday, so that should mean warmer conditions. And by Tuesday, I think most of the western half of the state, probably even getting into parts of south central, southeastern Nebraska, should be back up around the low 70s. A cold front will move through the state Tuesday night and Wednesday. That will bring a chance of precipitation. There's not a lot of moisture to work with here, so I think while everybody has a chance of rain, I don't think anybody's going to get more than about 1/4 of an inch. So I don't think it's going to set you back too much if you're looking to get in the field. Temperatures look to moderate by next weekend. It looks like we might have very, very nice conditions for the football game next Saturday. In terms of the week after next, CPC is showing a probably more ridging aloft across most of the western and central United States. That should keep things relatively warm, so most of the state was favoring above average conditions, so I would anticipate probably a lot more days in the 60s and 70s as we head into the week after this next one. And this also should be relatively dry, which is probably welcome news to any of you who are trying to finish up harvest. Thanks. Back to you, Bryce.